I arrived at the Virgin Voyages terminal at 12:30 on the last shared van from my hotel. I dropped off my bags here with the porters, and for a small tip, had them take my bags to my room. That left me with 2.5 hours before my boarding time, so I had some time to kill. I had heard there was a shuttle that takes you to an area called Bayside. I walked toward the Ahoy sign, which you can't miss on the far left side, and down this walkway to where some taxi cabs were queuing. This was indeed the queue for taxi cabs to Bayside and for cabs in general. Cabs wanted about $5 to take you to Bayside, but the Miami trolley is a far better option. Bayside is a shopping area and dining area that's really only a few hundred yards away from the Virgin Terminal, which you can see the Virgin Terminal here. When we zoom out, Bayside is just across the water. However, it's a dangerous walk and a walk up to 20-25 minutes, so you're better off getting a ride over there or taking the bus. I'll put a link to the maps and service information for the trolley in the description of this video. You're looking for route number 5 or Coral Way. This is a tourist design group. It runs absolutely free every 15 to 20 minutes. And as you can see, it loops the Port of Miami, serving all the port cruise terminals and taking you on basically Biscayne Boulevard and to a few other tourist destinations. We're really headed to the area called Bayside. It's really the first stop once you cross the bridge. There is a website and an app where you can check the status. As I said, though, it's free and frequent. This is what the trolley vehicle looks like parked at the Virgin Terminal. It drops you off here at Bayside, which is a really tourist-oriented, but still relatively local food, dining, marina, and other activities venue. It's about 1.5 miles long. You get some good waterfront views, a few restaurants. It's a good place to kill a few hours while you wait for your ship boarding time. I wound up eating at Margaritaville Cafe as a bit of a tribute to Jimmy Buffett, RIP, and also because I knew they had a pretty quality cheeseburger, because they kind of have to. You'll also see some other things like a Hard Rock. There's this Ferris wheel. There's even some pretty spectacular views of the ships over there a couple hundred yards away. When you're ready to leave, it's very simple to head back and very clearly marked. Go back to the front of Bayside, where you'll head out to Biscayne Boulevard, and here's what it looks like. You're looking for this sign, which has the Miami trolley and a single route of Coral Way. Like I said, the trolley runs every 15 to 30 minutes. I waited about 10 minutes before mine showed up. It was pretty full, although there was just Virgin Voyages left in port by the time we were headed back. Here's a quick look at what the inside of it looks like. Again, it is completely free. Got a good view of the ship. This is Valiant Lady, the second of the Virgin Voyages ships. Now I'll take you through a bit of the check-in process. Check-in very smooth. I actually got mine bumped up by a little bit, almost an hour and a half. I ended up being able to board at 2:30. Virgin's terminal is nice and new, and they begin with their branding right at the beginning. You check in these little kiosks with their staff, then go through a TSA-style security where they're looking for not only dangerous things, but also things that might cut into their profit margin, like alcohol. After clearing security, we're ready to go board the ship. The first stop is a lounge area where you can begin making some reservations on the ship and also buy a few of the upcharge things you might want to do before you leave, like buy bar tabs. Earlier on in the boarding process, let people wait here for specific calls or their priority to go on board. I just walked straight through. You're issued a RFID wristband that is your key, as well as your ship ID and your credit card throughout your trip. You have to scan it here for the first time.
Hello. Thank you.
And with that, I am now on board the Valiant Lady. Well, first we go across the gangway to get onto the Valiant Lady. Virgin Voyages does a great job of maintaining a high energy level, really hyping people up as they get on the ship. Definitely got to the gentleman right in front of me, and it's great to see him enjoying the moment. And at this point, I can say I'm officially on board, ready for my 5-day trip to the Caribbean. We'll take a quick look at Deck 7 amidships. This is an area you're going to be in a lot. It's one of the main decks or common decks on the ship. My cabin is actually all the way at the start of the ship on Deck 12, cabin 12018. To wrap up this video, we'll go on a tour of the room. This is a standard Sea Terrace room, complete with its signature balcony. This is the most common room type on the ship.
Mini fridge. Bed. Chair. Another mirror.
Overall, the cabins on board are really comfortable, certainly very comfortable for one, maybe a little tight for two, but that's every cruise cabin in the world. Decent amount of storage space, all themed very well with Virgin Voyages. The bathroom is particularly well done. You never feel cramped, plenty of space to navigate, and especially in the shower and its rain shower head. If anything, I'd ask for a slightly deeper sink bowl, but really that's a very minor complaint. Thank you for watching. If you found this useful, please give it a like or subscribe to the channel. And comment below about your experience boarding the Virgin Voyages vessels out of the port of Miami.